Today we are going to see about a very famous tool, and this is one of the most often tool used by penetration testers or hackers. As you can see in your screen, the tool which we are going to see in this video is the Nmap tool. So before jumping into the Nmap tool, let us first cover the basics of Nmap tool. So what is Nmap? The full form of Nmap is the network mapper. Network Mapper is a network scanning tool and it is an open source tool. And at the same time, you don't need to pay any money for the Nmap tool. It is completely free. And this Nmap tool is developed by Gordon Leon. And they have written this Nmap tool in 4 programming languages, which is C, C++, Python, and Lua. So what is the purpose of Nmap and how does it work? Nmap is basically used to gather information about a host. Like it is the first step of any penetration testing or hacking, which is the recon stage. And Nmap is also used to discover host and the OS and the service running in that host. And it is also used to identify what type of packet filtering or firewalls used by the host. So basically, Nmap probes the host by sending raw IP packets and analyzes the response in order to display the results. Whatever tool you are going to use, if you are new to the tool, I would recommend you guys to go to the help option. For Nmap, there are 2 ways how you can see the description of the tool. So the first one is nmap-h. When you type this command, Nmap displays the extended help menu of the tool. And the second one is man nmap. So man stands for manual. So if you want an in-depth study about the tool, you have to type man nmap and you will get the manual of the nmap tool. So let me just show you how to get this help option. So today for this nmap demonstration, I'm going to use Kali Linux. So I have my terminal over here. So the first command which we are going to put on is nmap-h. So when I click on enter, I get the help menu of the Nmap tool. So you can go through this and you can understand about the tool. So this works for almost all the tools in Kali Linux. If you wanted to check out the manual of Nmap tool, what you have to do is you have to type man nmap and then click on enter, and now you have the manual. You can go through this manual, you can study about the tool, and you can perform your own tasks. So if you wanted to come out of this manual, just click on Q and you can exit from the manual. So the next one is Nmap target commands. Nmap has a capability to scan for multiple targets at the same time. So let's go one by one. So for example, if you see the first command, which is the Nmap and the IP. So this is used to scan a single IP address. Let me show you how to scan this. So today as a target machine, I'm using the Metasploitable 2. So now let's just minimize this and let's clear our terminal. So the first command to scan a target that we are going to implement in this video is nmap, and my target machine is 10.0.2.5. So now let's click on enter. So after I clicked on enter, you can see that Nmap has completed the scan. So over here, you can see that the scan shows what are the port numbers that are in open state, and it also shows the service which is running in those ports. So the second command is nmap facebook.com. So you can also scan for a domain name in order to get the open ports and the service informations in that domain. And the third one is if you wanted to scan a range of IPs. So for example, if you're working in an organization, you will be having different numbers of IP addresses. So if you wanted to scan all those different number of IP addresses at the same time, you have to implement this command. And the fourth command is used to scan the subnets of the IP address. So the command for that is nmap your IP address /24. And the fifth command is if you have a predefined list of IP addresses or subnets of IP address, you can mention that file in your Nmap tool. So this is the command for that. So you have to type nmap-l and your list as a text document. So the next command is nmap-ss and your target. So this is known as the TCP SYN scan or the stealth scan. In the word stealth itself, you can understand that if you are going to implement the scan, you can be as anonymous as possible. How the scan works? Nmap sends only synchronization packets and it awaits for the synchronization and acknowledgement response. So using this command, you can easily evade firewalls and packet filters like IDS and IPS. So let me show you how to implement this command. So I'm going to type nmap -s and s and then the target. So as we are going to go in a stealth form, the Nmap is going to send only the synchronization packets. So now we got our results and we have used the stealth scan, and over here you can see the ports which are available on the target system and the services running on the port. So the next command is nmap -st and the target. The ST is more accurate than the SS because in the ST, the complete three-way handshake is being implemented by the Nmap. But the downside of the scan is compared to the SS, this is a bit slower and this is easily identified by the firewalls and the IDS. So this is the same way how I implemented the previous scan. Instead of -SS, you have to add -st. The next command is nmap -su and the target. So this -su is mainly used to probe the UDP ports. So most of the ports in our network basically runs in TCP IP, but there are still ports which runs on UDP. So ports which run on UDP, for example, DNS, DHCP and SNMP. And this is also one of the most slowest scan in Nmap. So implement this command. It is the same way. Instead of -ss, you have to replace it by -su. The next command is nmap-pn and your target. This command is used to ping other targets and it lets us know if the target is alive or not. The next command is nmap-sv and target. So this is one of the most important command in Nmap tool because this command displays the version of the services which are running in the port, and also it detects the OS version of the target. So let me show you how to implement this command. So we have to type nmap-sv and your target and then click on enter. Now we have the results. If you see here, along with the open ports and the services, the Nmap tool has displayed the version of the services running in the corresponding ports. And at the same time, it has detected the OS type. The next type of scan is the nmap-a target. So the -a stands for the aggressive scan. So in this aggressive scan, the tool tries to gather as many information about the target as possible, like for example the OS version, service detection, script scanning and the trace route of the target. But the downside is this can be easily detected by the packet filters or the firewalls. So the next command is nmap-p- the target. So this command is used to scan all the 65,533 ports in the target. So this scan obviously takes a lot of time to finish the scan. The next command is nmap-p port and the target. So if you wanted to scan a specific port, for example port number 21, which is the service running in the corresponding port is FTP. So let me give a small demonstration. So I'm going to type nmap-p for the port, and I wanted to scan port 21, which is FTP, and I'm going to mention the target, which is my metasploitable machine. So let's click on enter, and now you can see only the results of port 21, which is the FTP, has been displayed. So the next command is the nmap-p, and you can insert multiple port numbers, and after inserting the multiple port numbers, you have to type your target. So in this command, you can specify multiple unique ports which you wanted to scan. And we can also specify multiple port numbers by separating them by a comma. So for example, I wanted to scan port 21, which is the FTP, and port 80, which is HTTP, and port 443, which is the SSL. So let me give a small demonstration. So I'm typing nmap dash P for the port, and I'm going to scan port number 21, 80 and 443, and then the target. So let's click on enter, and now you can see only the port numbers which we have mentioned here has been displayed as the output. So port 21, which is the FTP, and port 80, which is the HTTP, are in open state, but port 443, which is the HTTPS, is closed. The next command is nmap-p and your port range and then your target. So this command is simply used to scan a range of port numbers in a target. So I have given a small example which is nmap-p, and for instance I wanted to scan from port 21 to port 137 followed by my IP. So I am typing nmap-p and I want the port range from 21 to 137 and my target. So let's click on enter. And now you can see all the open ports which are in the range of port 21 to 137. The next command is nmap-f and your target. So this can is simply used to identify the top 100 most common use ports that can be open on the target. So the next important thing which you have to keep in mind is the timing scans. So you can see the range of numbers which starts from T0 to T5. So these nmap commands denotes that the timing and the stealth level of a scan. So whereas T0 is the slowest, but it is one of the safest ways to scan your target by evading the IDS or firewalls or any type of packet filters. This feature gradually changes. So for example, T1 is a bit faster than the T0, but when it comes to safety, it gets slow. The same way, T2 is faster than T1, and when it comes to safety, we are getting compromised. The same way, T3 is faster than T2, but the safety is compromised. So when the range of number increases, the duration of the scan and the safety of the scan changes. So you guys can try this out by yourself, and I have given a small example of the command. The next most important command in the nmap tool is the nmap-sc or the script command. So this command is known as the Nmap scripting engine, which is the NSE. So as I said, this is one of the most powerful and it has many flexible features. So it allows the users to write simple scripts to automate a wide variety of networking tasks. So let me give a small demo on this. If you want to take a look at your Nmap scripts, what you gotta do is just type lsla and go to user, share, nmap and scripts. So now click on enter and you can see all the different type of NSE scripts in nmap. So only with the extensions which NSE runs with the nmap script command. So let's try this out. So I'm going to type nmap-sc and my target. So we got the results. If you see over here, Nmap has run its own script for these ports. Not only it has displayed the port numbers and the state and the service which is running on the port, it also has run its own scripts in the port. So for example, if you see, we have the permission for anonymous FTP login in this FTP port. So let us just split the screen. If I wanted to log in as an anonymous person in the FTP port, type FTP and your target. Now click on enter and type the name as anonymous. And now click on enter. For the anonymous login, we don't have any password, so just click on enter. So now if you see, we have the response as login successful. So now I can run all the types of Linux commands in the system because you can see that the system type is Unix. So I'm going to do lsla and we have the directories over here. So like this, I can implement any type of Linux commands in this machine now. So thank you for watching this video guys. Hope you guys understood the Nmap tool.